Okay, I think we're live now. I think we're live now. For those of you who are familiar with the Q&A app, if you could do me a big favor and let me know. Let me know if you can see or if you can hear. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, there we go. Answer back some texts. Just I'll write to some of you. I'm just writing now. I'm on now. Come on over. See if you can hear me now. Yes. Okay. So sounds like some of you can hear me. Okay. Good. Okay. Say if anybody could be so kind and let me know where I left off before the sound cut out. I'm going to back up on the slides because they're probably not going to make any sense unless you've got the audio with it. And chances are, if you weren't able to hear anything before, then it's not going to be captured with the with that part of the video either. So this is good. Let's go ahead, back up, and restart where the sound cut out. So yeah, you let me know what was I. If anybody remembers what I was talking about. So again, if okay, so there are folks that are using the Q&A app just fine right now. So that's just so all you got to do is there's an interface at the top. If you're using your computer, it's a little like a little set of squares, and then you'll see the Q&A on there. But and if not, I'm not sure. Then that's a problem on your side, unfortunately. But let me know, where did we leave off? What was I teaching you guys right before the sound kicked off? Michael, do you remember? Okay, the sound cut off before the current slide. Okay. Okay, great. So let me make sure. So did I go over? Was I clear about, were you totally clear what I was talking about when I was saying that on muscle gain days, we are trying to gain the greatest amount of muscle and the least amount of fat? Okay, we're talking about fat loss days. Okay, let me go back. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so let's start here. And I think if I've already gone over this and you were able to hear it, that's cool. Let's go. It'll be just a little quick review. So let's start here if you guys are okay with that. So zigzag strategy. Let's go over it. Okay. So we're going to have this thing called fat loss days, and this is the whole goal. What I was trying to get you to write down, it was the homework that I wanted you to do, was fat loss days. I wanted you to come up with what to do on your fat loss days. So if you do fat loss exercise, and if you could do again, someone's Victoria. This is for you, Victoria. I know you can hear me, but because you can't access the Q&A, that's actually a problem on your side. You need to figure out how to access the Q&A. It's not something on my side. There's plenty of folks that are accessing the Q&A portion just fine. Okay, so for the fat loss days, you are going to be eating. Your nutrition strategy is 100% designed for fat loss, and your workout strategy is 100% designed for fat loss. And if you implement it, then what's going to happen is you're going to lose a ton of fat and you're going to lose some muscle. But if you do it right, you do it the way that I taught you, you're going to minimize your muscle loss. Your down days or your fat loss days are going to consist of your muscle, your fat loss nutrition, and your fat loss exercise, except for the rest days. Muscle gain. What's going to happen when you build muscle? You're going to build when you eat for muscle gain and you work out for muscle gain. You're going to build muscle, but you're also going to gain some fat. There's absolutely no way around it. But if you follow the principles that I taught you, you do the pyramids and you eat the best foods that you possibly can, even in the high amounts, you will minimize your fat gain while maximizing your muscle gain. Now we're going to put it together. Check this out. So here's the zigzag strategy. Let's say that we spend the first 3 to 4 days, we're going to do just down days. That means we're going to do just fat loss days for 3 to 4 consecutive days. This is what's going to happen. You're going to lose a lot of fat during that time. You do that fat loss exercise combined with the fat loss nutrition, you're going to lose a lot of body fat. And what's going to happen too, you're going to lose some muscle, but it's not going to be much. It's just going to be a little bit. So again, you got to use that fat loss exercise combined with the fat loss nutrition. You'll minimize your muscle loss. Then we're going to switch, and you're going to go up days. We're going to spend the next 3 to 4 days going up days, building muscle, and we're going to be doing muscle building exercise and muscle building nutrition. And you're going to build a ton of muscle during those 3 to 4 days. But if you use my strategies, that means you use that foundation of fast metabolism diet, and then on top of that, you put your carbohydrates, and then on top of that, you put your protein to uncomfortable fullness, then you're going to minimize your fat gain. So now, at this point, anywhere between 6 to 8 days has transpired. A full week, 1 whole week has transpired. Now let's look at the net gains or losses over the course of that week. So check this out. Right there, the muscle loss has been more than made up by the muscle gain. So that we lost a little bit of muscle right here, but we gained a whole lot of muscle right there. And then the fat that we gained here, well, it was made up by a huge amount of fat loss down there. So we lost a huge amount of fat, but gained just a teeny tiny bit of fat. So therefore, by the end of the week, check it out. So this is approximately how much muscle we lost. So it's right there. So it's represented by this line. And then this is the approximate amount of fat that we gain, which is represented by this line. So by the end of the week, what we've done is this. We have created a net loss in fat and a net gain in muscle. Now that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is got to be the most powerful concept in body transformation that almost nobody is doing. You can do these zigzags. This is the key. I hope you like what you're seeing right now. This is it. This is the zigzag strategy. Now, I'm going to show you some ways to tweak this baby so that you can get the exact result that you're looking for. So I know there's some of you right now who your goal is to lose as much body fat as possible, and you're not that interested in gaining huge amounts of muscle. Perfect. This is what you're going to do. So this is the rapid fat loss strategy. This is how you lose just nothing but body fat week after week after week, and you preserve all the muscle that you have. So what you're going to do is you're going to spend 5 to 6 days out of the week. Now, it doesn't matter if it's 5 to 6 consecutive days or if you split it up. But for the purposes of this, to make the diagram easier to understand, it's 5. We're going to pretend that we just did 5 to 6 consecutive fat loss days. So you're going to lose an enormous amount of fat. I mean, just an insane amount of fat. Now, if you did it using the exercises and the strategies that I taught you in the rapid fat loss webinar, then this is what's going to happen. You're just going to lose a little bit of muscle. So a huge amount of fat, a teeny tiny bit amount of muscle. Then after those 5 to 6 days, you're going to switch gears and you're going to do 1 to 2 up days. We're going to build muscle back. We're going to eat more than we're supposed to eat. We're going to use pyramids and heavy weights, training to failure. We're going to use those 3 main muscle building exercises. And what's going to happen is this. You're going to build back the muscle that you lost. And yes, you're going to gain some fat, but not nearly as much fat because look, it's only 1 to 2 days. So look what the net is after 1 week of using the rapid fat loss strategy. 5 to 6 down days, 1 to 2 up days. Look at that. So the muscle loss versus the muscle gain, that's pretty much a wash, right? The fat gain minus the fat loss, it's very small. So the net, like I said, the muscle is a total wash. The fat loss is huge. You see how the muscle loss is canceled out by the muscle gain, and then the fat gain is barely noticeable compared to the fat loss. This is the most effective way to lose body fat, is that you cycle in up days with muscle building workouts and muscle days. What do you think of that? I want to know what you think of that, because to me, being a geek at heart, having a software background where it was all, I love learning how to hack programs and hack software. This is hacking the body, ladies and gentlemen. This is like This is like being Neo in the Matrix and understanding and like, loading that program in the back of his head and is like, I know Kung Fu. Now you're like the Kung Fu master of fat loss. All right, let's talk about, for those of you who are interested in building a lot of muscle. And these days, I see both men and women really getting into muscle gain. In fact, my vegan muscle project has been outselling my 10-day tummy tightener lately. And most of the sales have been going to women too. Women want to get buff these days. So I'm going to show you how to do that without getting all fat. So here's the mega muscle strategy. We're going to say we're only going to do 1 to 2 down days, and you can do them consecutively, or you can split them up. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. But after 1 to 2 down days, you're going to lose a little bit of fat, but you're also going to lose a little bit of muscle. That's okay. We know that. As long as we make the fat more than the muscle, we're good. Then we're going to switch gears, and we're going to spend 5 to 6 days doing nothing but up day muscle building days. And this is what's going to happen. Boom, you're going to gain a huge amount of muscle in a week, a huge amount of muscle, and just a little bit of fat. Now check it out. See how the fat gain is identical? It's like it equals the fat lost. So that pretty much makes it a wash. That pretty much makes it a wash. Look at that, fat gain versus the fat loss. It's the same amount. And then the muscle loss versus how much muscle is gained, it is so little. Let's look at the net. So the net, the only net we get is the muscle gain, because the fat gain and the fat loss, they cancel each other out. So look at this. After 1 week doing the mega muscle strategy, that's 1 to 2 down days, 5 to 6 up days, you end up with a net gain in muscle. What do you think about that, baby? So I'm going to summarize this for you, and then I'm going to go ahead and take some questions, and then we're going to do some group little case studies together. So check this out. Let me do the little summary for you. So here's a Zigzag summary strategy, so you can see what this looks like on a calendar over the course of a week. So the first strategy was, we just want to stay the same weight, but we want to reduce fat and gain muscle. So you might want to stay exactly where you are, lose 5 pounds of fat, but then gain the same 5 pounds back in muscle. No problem. This lets you be able to add muscle to your body. Muscle that you don't have, you get to add that to your body at a nice moderate pace. You also get to lose fat at a nice steady pace. What's great about it is you see the inches go down and the tone go up. A lot of people love this. This is a great way to be. If you're happy with how heavy you are, then you use this strategy. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 to 4 down days and 3 to 4 up days. So that's that strategy. Next, there's losing weight. For those of you who want to lose weight, the only weight that we really want to lose is just fat weight, right? So we want to maintain our muscle. We want to lose just the fat. We want to lose it as fast as possible. So therefore, you're going to do 5 to 6 down days and 1 to 2 up days over the course of a week. And then for those of you who want to gain weight, there's a few of you that want to actually gain weight. I know some of you talk to me, you want to gain another 10 to 15 pounds of solid muscle and without gaining any fat. Perfect. So when you gain weight, what you want to do is you want to add muscle really fast. This is the strategy, add muscle really fast. And we're going to just maintain the body fat. So we're not going to lose any body fat, but we're not going to gain it either. So it stays the same. As the muscle grows, your body fat percentage will go down. So in that case, you're going to do 1 to 2 down days and 5 to 6 up days. Now, again, you have this slide, so you can always refer to it. This is what it looks like on a weekly calendar for each of these strategies. So here's the replace fat weight strategy. Stay the same weight, but get more lean and more mean. So as you see here, so 3 to 4 down days, 3 to 4 up days. This is the simplest method to implement, because it's a zigzag. This one works great. Just do up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Equal number of ups and equal number of downs. This is just a great way to do it. Now, if you want to, you can just make it all, you can make it down, 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 and then up, 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 and the next week up, and then down, 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 or you could do down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. As long as you're averaging out an equal amount of up and down days, you're going to be able to increase muscle and lose fat and stay the same weight. Let's look at the second strategy. For those of you who want to lose weight, this could be what your week looks like. Check it out. This is the way I like to do it. I like to go Monday through Thursday. Back in the days when I work a lot, when I'm at work, I am the most concentrated on my work, and I have the least concentration on my hunger and my eating. So those were the days that were great because I could make those down days, because then I could just pack up my food. And what I do is I pack up boxes of food, little containers with full of like delicious raw vegetables and some guacamole to dip in, and my lean proteins. And I would just have 3 or 4 of those, and I take those to work, and then I just make that my down days. And then I would be so consistent, diligent with my fast metabolism meals. But then on Friday and Saturday, I love going out to eat. I love being able to enjoy myself on the weekends. So that's perfect, because on the up days, we're going to be eating more than you possibly need. You're going to be eating to uncomfortable fullness. So if you're going to eat any bad food, these are the days to do it. And then you make sure you work out. You do those pyramids and you do those bodybuilding exercises on the Fridays and Saturdays. And then Sunday, go back to down day. You're back into your work week. And that strategy seems to work for a lot of people. Now, you can place your up days anywhere in the week that you want, and your down days as well, just as long as you've got 5 to 6 downs and 1 to 2 ups on a weekly basis. You will lose body fat. You will lose body fat and lose weight. Let's look at the weight gain strategy. So here's what we do here's what I like to do during the week. So again, I've got my weekends covered, all up days, and the 2 days. What's going to happen is when you do 4 up days in a row, you're going to be wishing. You're going to be dying for a down day. You're going to be so sick of food. You're going to be saying, please, I just want to eat less. Well, that's perfect. So put it right here on a Monday or a Wednesday. So you can rearrange these up and down days any way you want. Again, as long as it's all about the numbers, as long as they add up to about 1 to 2 downs and 5 to 6 ups, you'll be piling on the muscle so fast without your waist getting bigger. How do you like the sound of that? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to take any questions that anybody has about this content so far before we go into the the exercises and the case studies. I don't know about you, but I get so geeked out about this stuff, like the zigzag strategy. Even to this day, I just think is the most brilliant body transformation strategy ever created, and we have to thank Dr. Fred Hatfield for coming up with that. As you're asking your questions, I'm going to go ahead and just give you a little history lesson on that. There was a famous bodybuilder named Tom Platz, and he was always known for having the greatest amount of definition and the lowest body fat in competition. Like everybody would just go crazy whenever he'd get up on stage because he was so lean and defined. And Fred Hatfield started looking at his training and his diet routine, and Tom Platz kind of discovered the Zigzag diet kind of on his own. And what he would do is he just cycle his carbs, and this is what became known as carb cycling, later on. But he was cycling his carbs up and down and changing his workout style based on his carbs, and that's why he was able to get far greater definition than any of his competitors. And so that's when Fred put this into a whole system, a very sophisticated system that could be duplicatable, repeatable, and taught. And that's what I'm teaching you today. So I hope you like what I'm teaching you right now. But again, if you have any questions right now, go ahead and ask them. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going, and we're going to do some cool case studies together. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions coming through the wire right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take that as a cue to get. Oh, you know what? Let me check the group chat just in case. Let me check the group chat. Okay, nothing on the group chat. Let me check the comment tracker, and I'm not seeing anything on the comment tracker. So, okay, then that just must mean that I was just describing this with such a high level of clarity that I answered every possible question that there could be in your head. So, well, that's good. I'm very proud of that. Give myself a pat on the back right now. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, then let's keep going, guys and gals. Okay, so let's do this together. Debbie is 50 years old. She is 50 years old, and oh, hold on. Looks like a question just came through from Fatima. Fatima says, if I'm in a lose weight program, what should I do once I reach my goal? Oh, that's easy. You just go back to webinar number 1, and you can just do your fast metabolism plus eat whatever you want. But here's the thing. So I'm gonna go over a little bit more about this near the end. So hang on to that question. But okay, let's talk about Debbie here. Perfect. Thank you for asking that, by the way. We're going to answer that at the end. That's a great question. Debbie is 50 years old and has a 19-year-old daughter in college. She was a former model and wants to get her old body back. She feels that she's already very strong. So remember that. That's very important. She feels that she's already very, very strong, but she misses being lean and toned. She wants to lose at least 30 pounds and build muscle so that her stomach lines show. So get this, look at this. This is important. I learned to really read what my clients truly, truly want. She wants her old stomach lines to show. She hates how, and this is what she quotes, blubbery her waist has become and how wide her thighs are. She goes to work during the week, but can work out in the morning for 1 hour before work and longer on the weekends. She loves eating out on Friday and Saturday. That's also very important to know. Friday and Saturday, she loves to eat out. You have already created a fat loss down day and a muscle building up day for her. How would you design her weekly zigzag strategy to help her achieve her goals? How would you do that? So I want you to go ahead and plug in to the Q&A interface. How would you design her up and down day? Let me show you what I'm looking for in terms of an answer. Let me show you. So let me switch over to, let me switch over to the right screen to here. Okay, so Debbie, so your answer might look like this. So up stands for up day, and then D stands for down day. And then all you do, the answer would look maybe something like, you would say, oh, okay, if those are her goals, you're gonna go boom, boom, doon, 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 do, over the course of a week. So this represents, 7 days out of the week. 7 days out of the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's how you would give the answer. It's this right here. So you go ahead. I want you to go ahead and type that in right now. Type that in right now into the question answer interface. I mean, not what I wrote, but what would yours look like? What would yours look like? See how this represents? The first one represents Monday. The second is Tuesday. This is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See how easy and nice and concise that is, that way of doing it. So what would yours look like? Let's go back to Debbie's slide. So let's go here. Okay. So I'm waiting for the answers to come through, and let's go. We got one already from, okay, so Michael says Monday through Thursday down days, Friday and Saturday up days. Okay, cool. And what would Michael, what would Sunday look like? What would Sunday look like? Okay, Eric writes down, down, down. So Monday through Thursday are down, and then Friday, Saturday up, and then Sunday is down. Awesome. That's exactly that's exactly what I would do for her. It's exactly what I would do for her as well. I would make Sunday a down as well. Okay, cool. Well, that's exactly what we did. So let me switch back. The answer that that I did for her. Oops. So what we did for Debbie is this. We did down, 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 up, up, down. So if that's what you wrote, then you got the right answer. That's it right there. So that's what we did for Debbie. That's what it looked like. Let me show you what the results were. So we did this. Whoops. Let me switch over to back to the slides. So we did this for 2 months, and this is what happened. In 2 months, Debbie went from this to that. She dropped 5 inches off her waist. She dropped 5 inches off her hips, and she lost 30.5 pounds. Look at that. Would you say mission is accomplished? She got her stomach lines back. Look at that. Stomach lines back. Her arms got nice and toned and defined. And look at that. Wouldn't you say she looks just like a model again? Man. Yeah, this is a mother 50 years old, I think. Yeah, I think she was 50 years old this time. She has a daughter who's 19 years old in college at the time this picture was taken. Isn't that amazing? This is by far, I mean, this is just one of the most amazing strategies that were just ever created. So let me go ahead and answer a question. So Michael, so what you did was you left the Sunday off, and you said Sunday is a day of rest or a down day. So what it is, Michael, it's actually a down day. It's a down day, but doing the exercise is optional. So you still eat like it's a down day, but whether you exercise or not, that will make it a rest day or not. But again, it's going to be a down rest day. We call it a down rest day. So good job on that. Very good job on that. All right, cool. Hope you like that, guys. Do you want to keep going? You want to do another one? Because this is how you achieve, see, when you can achieve mastery, when you're able to be able to design other people's programs, then you know you can design your own program and then get great results. All right, let's look at Alan. So Alan's one of my students. Alan wants to build muscle and lose the same amount of fat. He wants a bigger chest. Okay, so pay attention. She wants a bigger chest and smaller waist. He can work out 5 to 6 days per week. He can work out 5 to 6 days per week. You have already created a fat loss down day and a muscle building up day for him. So check it out. He wants to build muscle and lose the same amount of fat. So first thing we got to do is we got to figure out, well, which of the 3 strategies are we going to do? Is it going to be the replace fat weight strategy, the lose fat weight strategy, or the gain weight strategy? Which one is it going to be? Go ahead and type in your answer right now. And if you said replace fat weight, then you are absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And then while you're at it, go ahead and type in what your answer would be for your up and down days through the course of a week. I'll show you what mine looks like. Let me move back over to the next. Okay, so this is Alan. So what we're going to do with Alan is this. Just like that. Just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Really easy. Just zigzagging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Very, very simple, very easy, and very doable. Now let me go back and show you what it looks like, what the results look like of just 28 days of doing that, just 28 days. Okay, so check it out. So yes, if you said replace fat weight, you are correct. And what we actually did for Alan was use a zigzag up and down strategy for him. And this is what happened. In 28 days, he went from that to that. 28 days later, check it out. So his weight gain was very small, very, very small. I'd say 2.2 pounds. And the only difference is he just had a lot more fiber in his body than he was used to. So he didn't really gain 2 pounds of tissue. Okay, but check this out. This is what's important. So I mean, just so you know, 2 pounds, guys, that's the same as as close to 0 as it really gets in terms of body transformation over time. His waist shrunk by 2 1/8 inch. 2 1/8 inch. His chest. Look at his chest. So he said he wanted a better chest, right? Look at that. He increased the size of his chest by an inch, a little more than an inch, and he dropped his body fat by a full body fat percentage. Look at the difference. Can you see the muscularity and the definition? I mean, you can see his six-pack coming out. You can see how much better his waist looks. Like he has the pooch is gone. The pooch is gone. His legs, you can see there's more definition. There's even more size in his legs. And look at the arms, guys. His arms and his shoulders. They definitely got bigger. They got bigger, but he's like virtually the same weight. He's virtually the same weight. See, my guys, after 28 days, my guys gain anywhere between like 8 to 15 pounds in 28 days. So that's what the guys that do the muscle building. Oh, it's huge. So 2 pounds is nothing. 2 pounds is pretty much the same weight because you guys can wake up in the morning and be 2 pounds lighter. But look at that. What do you think of those kind of results? What do you think of those kind of results? Pretty cool, right? Let's, what do you feel? What, you feel like, do you want to do a couple more? You want to do a couple more to get some good practice on all the different methods? Does that sound good to you guys? All right, cool. Let's go ahead and keep going. Whoops. Let's go ahead and keep going. All right, here's an example. You're gonna love this. Here I am right there. So I let myself go purposely. So you can see I let myself go. I added some body fat. I got a lot weaker. So that way I could test out my own muscle building program to see if it really truly works. So here I am. I'm 38 years old. I want to build at least 5 pounds of muscle. That's all I'm looking for. I want to build just 5 pounds of muscle minimum, without gaining any fat. I don't want to gain any fat. Okay, I'm tired. I don't want this hanging over my shorts. Okay, guys, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you don't want the belly hanging over the shorts, right? But the problem is I like to go out to eat at least 4 days out of the week. That's true. I love restaurants. I love going out to eat. It's like my favorite thing to do in the world with my wife and my kids. And my most structured days are Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays and Wednesdays. So you've already created, let's already assume that you've created my fat loss down day because you did my webinar training and you're like awesome and you can make anybody lose fat. And then you also created my muscle building program, my muscle building days, because again, you did my muscle building webinar and now you're a pro at that. So it's going to get me amazing results. How would you design my weekly zigzag to help me achieve these goals? So again, I want to gain at least 5 pounds, without gaining any fat. I don't care about losing fat. I just don't want to gain any fat. I like to go out 4 days out of the week. The only structured days, that means work days, that I have are Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays and Wednesdays. How would you build my weekly zigzag? I want to see your answers. I want to see your answers. I'm going to give you a few seconds to come up with that. Type them in. So obviously we're going to be using the muscle gain, the mega muscle gain strategy on this one, because I don't care to be lighter. I want to actually be heavier. I want to be as heavy as I can with as much muscle as I can possibly put on without any body fat. No body fat. All right, let me go ahead and give you the answer. Okay, so considering that I want, so Monday and Wednesday are my most structured days. Monday and Wednesday are going to be ideal down days, Monday and Wednesday. All of the other days are going to be ideal for up days. And Fatima, you got the right answer. Fatima wrote down, up, up, up. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. And Michael Cannon, you also got the answer correct too. You guys are on. Good job. Eric, you nailed it. Yes, you guys are on. Perfect. That's exactly. See, look at this, guys. If you were my personal trainer and coach, check it out. If you were my personal trainer and coach, you got the answer right. You would have done exactly what I did. And if you were my personal trainer and coach, these are the results you would have gotten me after just 28 days. Check it out. Bam. 28 days later, I went up 10.1 pounds. I lost an entire inch off of my waist. My biceps, my arms grew 1.25 inches bigger in just 28 days. Guys, you would have helped me blow it out of the water. Look at that. Just 2 down days and 5 up days. That's all I did. And that's, you know what, if this is if we could rewind and you knew this stuff that I was teaching you already back then, oh, I would have been your client for a lifetime. I'd be so happy right now. But look at that. You can see how the abs got all defined. Why? Because I didn't gain any more fat. I actually increased the strength and the muscle of my abdominals so that they're poking through the body fat that I have in my arms. Again, they're poking through. So I'm heavier, but the weight is all coming from pure solid muscle. Isn't this awesome? Isn't this amazing? You guys are good. You guys are really getting this. I'm really proud of you. All right, I got one more for you. And then I'm going to take some questions after that, and then we're going to go into some ninja tactics, and then we're going to get into building your program, building your personal routine. So here's Gina. Gina is 56 years old. She's postmenopausal and she's hypothyroid. You remember Gina? I presented her at the Rockstar Marketing Bootcamp. She is fitting very uncomfortably tight in a size 10, and she wishes she could be back to her smallest size 6 when she was in her 20s. She has tried everything and nothing seems to work. She wants to lose weight and she hates her, quote, big legs. She wants, listen to this, she wants a flat tummy and toned arms. If this plan does not work, she already has plans to get liposuction. You have already created a fat loss down day and her muscle building up day for her. How would you design her weekly zigzag? How would you design it? So check it out. This is what she wants, right? She wants to get back to her size 6. She's an uncomfortable size 10 right now. She's an uncomfortable size 10. So how would you help her do this? Look, she wants to lose weight. So that should clue you right in to which strategy is going to be the best strategy to get her exactly what she wants. So I'm going to give you a few seconds and go ahead and type in what your answers would be for your up and down days. What would her week look like? What would her week look like every single week? Just waiting for your answers to come in. Hopefully you chose the weight loss strategy. Hopefully you chose the weight loss strategy for Gina. And considering she doesn't really have any, she didn't give you any ideas of what days of the week would be better or worse, it doesn't matter. So if you did at least 5 down days and 1 to 2 up days, then you did exactly what we did for her. And what we did, and I'm going to show you the results, what we did over 90 days made the biggest difference for her. So if you came up with 1 to 2 up days and 5 to 6 down days in any configuration, then this is what you would have done for her. You would have helped Gina lose 42 pounds. 42 pounds. You would have helped her go from a size 10 to 12 all the way down to a size 4. See, if you were her trainer, she would probably marry you. I'm serious. Like she'd be so, look at the smile on her face. So this is where she started, and then this is where she was able to end. I mean, this is her right there. So this is where she started, and then boom, this is exactly where she was 90 days later, and this is how she's been able to maintain ever since. And here's a good another close-up shot of how flat her stomach was able to get, and she never ever had a belly that she felt deserved or would look good with a belly button ring. In fact, she was so excited she got that belly button ring because she finally had a flat tummy that she was so proud of and she thought it looked so good. Remember, she wanted to be a size 6 and she blew past the 6 and got down to a 4 in that 90-day period. How cool is that? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to go ahead and stop right there, and I'm going to answer any personal questions that you have. Any questions that you have about any of this stuff that we've gone over so far, and then we're going to go into creating. You're going to leave this webinar with your own zigzag strategy. So let me start with the first question I see here is from Fatima. Fatima asks, if I'm in a lose weight program, what should I do once I reach my goal? Oh, sorry about that, Fatima. I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to answer that a little bit later. That's coming. That's coming. I promise. You know what? Forget it. I'm just going to answer it now, Fatima. So here's what you do. So once you get to the point where you're at where you want to be, what you can do is you can reduce your workouts. You can just have fun. You can work out any way that you want to. Just make sure you get like a couple strength training, good muscle, like 1 to 2 muscle building sessions in a week. Throw in some fat loss if as needed. So everything you do from that point on is just as needed. So what most people do and what I do is I switch to just a fast metabolism diet, which is there's no restriction on food. I just make sure that I get all of the fast metabolism meals in during the day, and I eat whatever I want on top of that. And then if I see that my body weight is going up, that I don't want to go up, then I just add fat loss workouts. I don't even change my diet. I just do a fat loss workout, because if my weight goes up, it's only gone up like, a couple pounds. And then I do like 1 day of a fat loss workout, boom, I'm right back to where I started. And if I see my weight go down in a way that I don't want it, then suddenly I'll do muscle building workout, and my weight will go back up, and maybe I'll eat a little bit more, my weight will go back up. It is so easy. It is that simple. Maintaining is so easy. It's so fun. It's what you do on webinar number 1. You get all the good nutrient stuff in, so that way your health is bulletproof and taken care of for the rest of your life, and you can eat whatever you want on top of that. And then you just use muscle building exercise or fat loss exercise to manage your teeny tiny changes in the weight. So, I mean, you can get down to only working out maybe 2 to 3 times a week, tops, to be able to maintain that. I know people that have been able to do it on less than that, 1 time a week. Like Brooke's an example of that. She can work out once a week, and she's able to maintain, look exactly the same, feel and be as strong as she wants to be. It's amazing. Metabolism is just amazing when you get it really, really up and high and functional. So yeah, it's a really amazing thing. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody else have any questions? Really? Nobody else has any questions? I got like a really smart set of overachievers on this call, man. This is awesome. Okay, well then let's keep going. Let me teach you some ninja tactics. I love ninja tactics. Okay, check it out. So here's all the different strategies, some ninja tactics that are very common that people have to kind of deal with. Let's say it's Thanksgiving weekend. What do? Oh no, I'm gonna consume all the calories in the world that day. I'm gonna get so fat. No. Here's all you got to do. You're just going to call your Thanksgiving weekend up day weekend. That's it. So that means all you got to do is you got to just work out like crazy doing bodybuilding exercises. That's it. You just got to do bodybuilding exercise. Do all 3 of those bodybuilding exercises. Do major mega pyramids on those days. So you walk out of Thanksgiving weekend with a huge amount of muscle mass that'll make you feel more defined and more strong and actually more lean. And then right when it's over, you just drop into down days for a couple days, and then you're actually better off than where you started. That's good news, right? That's so easy, isn't it? Party days. Oh, and by the way, I do notice your questions coming in, and yours as well. If you're texting your questions to me, I'm going to answer those too. I got it. I'll definitely answer those. Party days. Okay. Every now and again, I know for some of you, you've got you only live once. You only live once. No problem. Okay. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to party. Make sure you plan your party days around your up days, or plan your up days around your party days. Those are the super high calorie days anyway. Those are the days that you're going to be doing mega muscle building exercises anyway. So you know what? Go ahead and use that to your advantage. It's just like Thanksgiving weekend. You like that? And then right after the party days are over, switch right to down days for a couple days. And you'll not only be right back where you started, but you'll be better off than where you started. And that's what I love. Okay. Let's say that you screwed up your diet. Oh man, I know so many people, they're like, oh man, I was on a roll. I was disciplined. I was motivated. And then I screwed it all up. I sabotaged myself. Well, all right, no problem. If you screwed it, there's 2 ways to screw up the diet. One is you overate. Okay, if you overeat, just turn that day into an up day. Who cares? Go with the flow. If there's a wave of misfortune coming for you, you know what? Get a surfboard and surf it. And that's what we're doing. We're just going to, the up day is your surfboard. You get on that wave and you just ride that wave and have fun with it. You get to the gym that day and you go and you do pyramids and you do bodybuilding workouts, okay? And I don't care if it's like 12 o'clock at night, just be that disciplined where it's a rule. And if you're that disciplined, what's going to happen is when you do that a couple times, even if it's the most inconvenient thing that you have to do, and even if you're going to get no sleep and you're going to wake up all cranky the next day, your subconscious mind will never let you get in that position again. You understand how that works? So use hardcore warrior discipline on that, because you're only going to need to use it once or twice ever, and then your subconscious mind is going to get smart enough and never try that crap on you again. You get it? let's see. The other way to screw up your diet is if you undereat. That's right, if you undereat, and that's a problem that some of you are experiencing right now. There's a few of you that said that that you're not that you're doing the metabolism stuff, but your energy is lower. And then when you send me what you ate, which I mean, one of you, the only thing you eat is like a smoothie and a salad through the whole day. Oh my God, are you kidding me? My 2-year-old eats like 8 times that, and so you're definitely undereating. So if you're undereating, okay, no problem. Again, that's a wave of misfortune. And what do we do with waves? We don't let them, we don't let them crash us into the underwater and spin us around. No, we grab a surfboard and we surf it. We have fun. Just turn it into a down day. So fine, you're under eating. Go do some fat loss exercise, and then just continue eating all the fast metabolism foods and meals. Just lots and lots of raw vegetables and seeds and some nuts and omega-3s and lots of water. That's it. That's all. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, and you're going to get great results. You're going to get awesome results as for doing that. All right, some of you do this. You fall off the wagon. Uh-oh. What that means is you're going strong, and then something comes up. You get bored. Your conditioned mind starts sabotaging you, and you just stop everything. You don't follow any rules. You're aware of the rules, but you just don't follow any of them. You go back to your old ways, whatever they might be, or you just stop. Who knows? Whatever, for whatever reason, it happens, right? And that's fine. So here, hold on one sec. Let me just answer a text. Somebody says, "Looks like I'm canceling for tonight." I'm not canceling. I'm actually still going. Actually, hold on. So I'm just answering this person. Get to the Facebook page and click on the link because I'm talking about you live on the air. Okay. Where did I go? Okay. So you fall off the wagon, you stop everything. Okay. If that happens, and what usually this is all about, it's about emotions. A lot of people, they get overwhelmed emotionally, and they just shut down. What they need is they can't deal with change. It's very hard to deal with change, but the problem is when you let yourself go and you fall off the wagon, is you see the physical results. Your body changes back to the way it was, and it's demoralizing, and it makes you feel even worse. So the moment you're able to get back and get your feet back on the ground, here's what you're going to do. You got 2 options that work just fine. You got 2 options. Immediately go into the rapid fat loss strategy. That's my first suggestion. Immediately go just hardcore gung-ho into rapid fat loss. Here's why. Because what happens, most people when they fall off the wagon is they end up gaining weight or they gain fat. Okay, they look flabby, and they feel flabby. So the rapid fat loss strategy will shrink in your waist. It'll get rid of that flab. It'll get your weight down, and that will do so much for most of your self-esteem. That'll do so much for you, and I just want to get you right back to feeling strong and confident and powerful again. Now, if that's too hard for you, if that's just too much for you to be able to handle, and you just you just can't handle all that delicious, wonderful food, then no problem. Use the fat replacement strategy. So that way, you're doing a down day only for one day, and then the very next day you're doing an up day, or you're doing down days for just a couple days, and then you get to do 2 up days right after that. So the moment you think everything sucks and you don't want to do this diet because it's so restrictive, boom, all of a sudden you're eating more food than you could possibly handle, and you feel great. And then after 2 days of that, you're like, okay, I want to eat less, and then you're set up for a down day. Okay, just get those exercises in on top of that, the fat loss exercise and the muscle building exercise, and you'll be right back on the wagon. You'll be right back on the wagon. Listen, everybody falls off the wagon. The only difference between the ones that are successful and the people that stay fit, like me, like Brooke, like our inner circle, our platinum inner circle students, the only difference between us and you is that we have and mastered these strategies, and we have the support behind it. And you know what? For the next two months and a couple weeks, you guys have access to us too. We're going to give you the support to make sure if you do fall off, it's okay. We'll tell you how to get back on, and this is how you do it. This is the tactic, okay? These are the tactics we're going to be using. All right, here's another big common one. After the flu or a big sickness that takes you out of the gym for several days, this is what you do. You got two options, and both of them work just as well. So one is you can use the fat replacement strategy. So the first thing that you might notice about getting the flu is the stomach is so small. It's so hard to just eat a lot of food. So a great place to start is starting with a couple down days. And then after a couple down days with some exercise, just know your endurance is going to be way, way down. So it's going to take a couple weeks, about 2 weeks to get that back up. And that's okay. Just know that it's going to take that time. But after a couple down days, then do some muscle building with some up days, and then go back to down days, and then back up. So that way, it allows you to kind of stretch and expand your stomach again, so it's normal. It feels right. Okay. Now, if your stomach is okay and you're strong, go right for the mega muscle strategy for just a short period of time, maybe like a week or two, just maybe 1 to 2 weeks, because when you have the flu, you deplete your entire store of muscle glycogen and most of your liver glycogen. And what that does is it puts a major damper on your exercise performance, meaning you can't lose a whole lot of body fat and you can't build a whole lot of muscle until you get that up. Well, the mega muscle strategy is the fastest strategy to get that back up. That gets muscle glycogen filled so quickly, so you can go from being just like an absolute weakling to back to a physical superhero in the shortest amount of time. Hey, hold on one sec. Let me answer this text from someone. Okay, you say that you're on the Facebook page, but you don't know what to click. You're going to look for the thing that I just posted that said Metabolic Mastery Training 6 Part 2. Part 2, click on that link, and that will take you to the webinar that's going on right now. And then I think all you got to do is click on the play button once you're at the webinar page. Okay, once you're at the webinar page. So find that post. It's right there. It's right there on the private group. I think it's like the second post right now. Let me just really quickly go there, guys. Sorry for this inconvenience. I don't want any students to feel left out. And so I thank you for your patience. I don't want anybody in here to feel left out. Okay, let's see. Okay, you know what? Some folks, no wonder it's okay. So you got to scroll down to the second. It's the third post. It says Metabolic Mastery Training 6 Part 2 Program Design Part 2. Okay, it's the third post down. Hopefully you can find it now. Okay, so back to Ninja Tactics. Actually, we're done with Ninja Tactics. So, okay, cool. Before we go, now we're going to be doing something pretty cool next, and that's going to be you are going to be designing your own program. So here we go. I'm going to switch to the next slide, and then I'm going to answer questions while you guys are coming up with the answers. So check it out. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to build your weekly zigzag for what you want to do right now. What is it that you want to do right now? You want to lose weight? You want to lose weight? You want to gain weight? Or you want to stay the same weight? Okay, either way, if you're going to lose weight, we're going to lose just body fat, we're going to keep the muscle. If you want to gain weight, we're going to gain just muscle, we're going to just keep the body fat where it is. You want to stay the same weight, we're going to lose fat, we're going to build the same amount of muscle. We're going to lose fat, we're going to build the same amount of muscle. So decide on the plan. Plan your up days, plan your down days, and I want you to post this right here in the Q&A. I want to know what that looks like. Or you can post it. You can go ahead and post it right to the Facebook page so I can see it. And all that looks like is, UDD, just something like that. That's it. Because I already know what days of the week that is. I want you to do that right now, and I want you to post it up. And anybody who has any questions about anything, because this is the last section, last slide. Go ahead and post it up, and then shortly after that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what our Platinum Inner Circle membership is, because we're getting to the end here. We've got one more web teleseminar. That's going to be with Dr. Brooks. She's going to be teaching you something pretty awesome on Wednesday. It's one more teleseminar, and then that's it for the educational portion of this. And then you've got another 2 months of support. But I'm going to show you how you can spend an entire year with us, and also take your education to the next level with our advanced courses. We have some advanced courses. So let's see. Here we go. Fatima, you got okay. All right. She asks, are swimming or yoga good choices for down days? Fatima, I want you to do this because I'm going to do two things. I'm going to show you how to find the answer, and then I'm going to answer it for you. But I want you to always know where to find the answers. You go to the Rapid Fat Loss webinar, and you download the workbook, and then you replay it. If you didn't know the answer to what a good option is on a down day, then you need to watch that webinar again, because I go through all the different options. But you said let me start with swimming. Swimming, if you do it using the high intensity interval cardio strategy, then it can be an amazingly good choice for your down days. Yoga does not do anything for fat loss. So I'm sorry to say that, but no, yoga does not do anything for fat loss. But with that said, you can do yoga any day that you want. It does not matter. But do not think that the yoga is helping you lose any fat, because unfortunately it is not. It is not. But swimming, when done at very, very high intensities, oh man, that can be amazing for you. It can be amazing for you. So thank you for asking that, because I know a lot of people would probably be thinking about the same thing. Okay, Michael Cannon asks, I'm looking at the first two webinar slides so I can put the eating and workout together. That's why oh, that's not a question, that's a statement. Oh, okay, no problem. No problem, Michael, I don't care. I'm glad. So you're checking out the slides. Good for you, buddy. Excellent. So I'm going to give you guys just a few more moments. Go ahead and post up. I want to know what your personal zigzags are going to look like now that you guys are pros, and also I want you to also include what your goal is. Are you trying to lose weight, gain weight, or stay the same weight? Take the time to do that. And you know what, while you're doing that, let me go ahead and just I'll tell you a little bit about what the Platinum Inner Circle is, and you can decide if that's something that you want to do. The Platinum Inner Circle. So I hope you've enjoyed this experience so far with the education and everything. Brooke and I, we put together this program, and in a way where we wanted to just give you all the tools to be able to for you to just crush it and just achieve the body that you want. And we're not holding anything back. So I mean, I'm telling you right now, you've got an amazing education here, and you've got the tools that you need to be able to look any way that you want, and we're going to be continuing to support you for the next 2 more months. And guess what? We've got the Metabolic Mastery Intensive, which is everything you just learned, but we're going to do it live and hands-on in Anaheim. I can't wait for that. That is going to be so much fun. That's going to be so much fun. But our Platinum Inner Circle, it is a 1-year program, and the year you get an entire year of support. So basically you would extend what you have for another year. You would extend your full cell phone access to us for an entire year. You would extend your membership to our Platinum Inner Circle. So I gave you complimentary 3 months of Platinum Inner Circle. Only Platinum Inner Circle members have ever gotten that before. So you guys are a special group. I've never ever given that to anybody outside of our Platinum Inner Circle. So if you'd like to support in there, I think it's like amazing, right? You'd get that for an additional year. So if you were to say, hey, I want to do your Platinum Inner Circle right now, then you would have whatever's left, plus on top of that would be an entire year. So imagine just being able to have that kind of support. It's like, being able to have a personal trainer and your medical doctor on call for over almost a year and 2 months. Oh, let me answer a question here. Asking for this exercise because it was a recommendation, so I'm trying to add this exercise to my program. Oh, okay. So let me answer your question, Fatima. I'm asking for this exercise specifically because it was the recommendation of my doctor after a car accident, so I'm trying to add the exercise to my program. Okay, yoga, add it any day that you want. Fatima, it does not matter. So yeah, you just pick a day. Since you might be working out, you know what? Rest days, definitely do your yoga on rest days, and then on days where you're exercising, choose the days where you're not so busy, where that way you have the time to be able to do both. Be able to do the exercises that are required to create either the muscles or the fat loss, and then you also have some time for yoga. You might even be able to do half of the yoga for a warm-up, and then do the other half of the warm-up for a cool down. So maybe you could just integrate it into either type of workout that way. That we've actually done before at my boot camps, and it works out really, really well. It works great. Amy Millar writes, Amy Millar, we got a girl building some mega muscle here. Sweet. So you're going to be doing, Amy's going to be doing up days Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. You're going to be losing any excess body fat. Oh man, you got to post your updates. I want to see how your body changes as a result of that. That's going to look amazing on you because you're already so lean as it is. That's awesome. That's great. And Eric is doing, Eric's getting shredded. Eric, you're going to get a 6-pack. That's what you're going to do. So you're all down days, Monday through Friday, and then you're going to do 2 up days. So you're going for the 6-pack and the definition and the cuts, my friend. That's beautiful. That's awesome. That's perfect. That's a strategy that I typically choose. Like if I need to get in photo shoot ready shape really, really fast, then that's the strategy that I use. Excellent. Fantastic. I hope you see that how important this is to have gone through the Metabolic Mastery webinar series, because see, I've taught you now you know all the principles, and I've taught you how to implement all of this stuff so that, and I've given you the tools to show you how I implement all these principles in the best way possible to get the results. So that way you guys, you now have the power to customize everything that I've taught you so you can get the goal that you can achieve the goal that you want, and make it fit around your preferences and your lifestyle. So now you know. That way you're not just you're not tethered or bound to one very specific program that demands a specific schedule and that you got to eat a certain number of meals every day. None of that. You now have the power to decide how to design your program so that you can get what you want. Okay, so Fatima, you're going to do all down days and 2 up days. So Fatima's she's going to get lean and sexy with that plan. Very nice. Very nice. And let's see, Gary, you're going to be doing up, down, up, down. Gary, nice. So we're going to see Gary get lean and mean at the same time. He's going to stay the same weight. Gary, so what that's going to look like, especially on guys, it creates the illusion like you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because what's going to happen, Gary, is your shoulders are going to start going out wider and your waist is going to start cutting in more narrow, and you're going to be and you're going to just stay the same weight. Oh, you're going to love that, buddy. I love that strategy. I love the up, down, up, down, up, down fat replacement strategy. It is so great. It is so great. And it's one that you can just do forever. That's really cool. Awesome. Anyway, so those are all the questions so far. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. But let me keep going about the Platinum Inner Circle. So you get a year support from both angles, with the cell phone and with Facebook. And the reason we're able to do that for a year, I mean, especially when I tell you what the tuition is going to be to continue on, it's going to be outrageous for you guys. We're able to do that because we've educated you so much up to this point that we can be very effective with you with our phone conversation. See, if you didn't know this stuff, if I hadn't taught you all of this stuff, there's no way I would ever allow you to work with me over the telephone for a year, because I'd be sweating bullets right out of my ears trying to educate you on all of this stuff that I've been teaching you over the webinars on the telephone, which would be like just next to impossible to do. So you've already achieved a certain level, a high level of competence. I'm telling you, I've already taught you. What you know now is more than 95% of all the personal trainers that are out there. You actually know enough now to be even more effective and get results faster for yourself and other people than 95% of the personal trainers in the world. I hope you like that. I mean, that's, I wanted to give that to you. I wanted to fully educate you, because when you're coming in at that level, it's so easy for me to be able to work with you. And because now we've got a whole language, we have a whole structure and a system to be able to communicate effectively. And I can just I can tell you a couple, like 1 or 2 things, and then boom, you can go execute it and you'll get results. Question from Michael Cannon. Okay, so I need to drop 50 pounds. So my thought is the lose weight strategy: down, 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 up, up, down, until I lose that. When then do the fat replacement strategy. Yeah, Michael, dude, that's perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, that works great. And you know what? This is another thing too. This works great. And Gina kind of did something like this too. So check it out. So 50 pounds is a long way away. And then what some people do is, when you do 5 to 6 down days and then 1 to 2 up days, some people sometimes get burned out on that. They get burned out after a couple months. So what you do is, let's say you lose 20 pounds and you're like, all right, I need to take a little break. Then what you do is you just switch to the fat replacement for a little while. So that way you stay 20 pounds lighter, but you still continue to drop body fat, but you build muscle too. So you still continue to get leaner and meaner. And then maybe after a couple of weeks of that, you're like, all right, I'm ready to take it down to the next level. And you go back to the lose weight strategy. You do that for like a month or two. And then now you lose like another 20 pounds. And now you're 40 pounds down. And then you're like, all right, I need to take another break again. So you spend another month or two doing the fat replacement. Now you look like, that is some guy. You look like those guys that take those hormone replacement therapy things, and they start accusing you of taking steroids because you look like you just got 40 years younger and you're like a high school athlete now. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And then you say, all right, I am pumped. I only got 10 pounds to go to meet my goal. You go right back to the lose weight strategy, and then boom, you drop 10 pounds. And you know what? What I would recommend is you go ahead and drop 12 pounds, maybe 13 pounds. Then that gives you like a 3-pound buffer, or maybe 15 pounds, and you use a 5-pound buffer. So then you can switch to fat replacement or just go into a full maintenance mode where it is so easy. You don't even have to work out that much anymore. You can eat whatever you want. And yes, you will put Gary to shame, but I don't know. I think Gary's kind of motivated too, buddy. So I don't know. It depends on who wants it more. I think it depends on who wants it more. So love it, man. Thanks for posting that stuff, guys. We our Platinum Inner Circle membership too. The value of everything you're going to get in it. You're going to get some more advanced courses. Brooke's going to share a little bit more with you tomorrow, but first she's going to do a full training with you, and then she'll tell you about it afterwards. But one of the courses is we do a full detox. Brooke does a supervised 4-week detox. Now that takes health and healing to a completely new level, because you guys, you have, many of you, based on what you've been eating, you've got like years and years, decades of built up toxins that are in your cells, that are living in your cells, and your fat cells, and the other cells of your body, all your organs, and you gotta cleanse those cells too. So we talked about getting the best nutrients on the planet into your body to help those cells function. But what they also need is a nice bath. They need a good scrub, because it's like they're like ball bearings that have been gunked up with dust over time. So you can squirt some oil on them and they'll work a lot better. And that's what we've been doing. We've been squirting some oil on some like kind of rusty old joints and rusty old ball bearings, and they work so much better when you implement it. But what we can do on top of that to make them as good as new is we pull it apart and we scrub it down and shine it and polish it so it looks just as good as it did when it was made. And then you add the oil to it. Now you've got like a super high performance machine. So that's what the detox is. So for 4 weeks, Brooke will take you through a guided full body detox that will get rid of all the toxins and the gunk that's in your body, that when you get it out of your life, because right now I'm telling you, even with the fast metabolism stuff, your body is still not operating as fast as it could be. Your metabolism still isn't as high as it could be, even though it's drastically higher. If you want to take it to just absolutely ridiculous levels, you do a detox after 4 weeks. Bam! Oh my gosh, your body will be functioning better than ever. And the good news is the detox is done with 100% supermarket foods. Anybody can do it. Many of our patients and students have done it, and same with our Platinum Inner Circle. And you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but that comes with it. That comes with the program. And that detox alone is worth $1,000 because it's a guided 4-week detox. Then after that, so Brooke went through and she taught you the principles of creating that environment. That environment is so key. That is so key. How you could see how a toxic home environment can just sabotage your results. You see, if you don't have everything set up together at home, you're already going to fail, and you know it because that's where most of you fail. It's usually in your kitchen where you fail, because you go home and there's even more stress at home. And what happens when most of us feel stressed out? We want to feel better, so we just take a quick and easy walk over to the fridge and make ourselves feel better. That's just what we do. Or the other way we feel better is avoiding responsibility. So, we skip out on working out, or we skip out on eating the right foods. That's how we do it. Now, what you want to do is you want to walk in your home and you want to feel like, oh, you just walked into a freaking spa. Man, you want yourself, your soul to feel rejuvenated the moment you walk home. So Brooke has a 4-week holding your hand, a guided home sanctuary, a holding your hand home sanctuary thing. That means that you guys, by the time you finish that 4-week course, you will have the most amazing and wonderful home sanctuary. That course alone right there, for what it can do for you and how it can change your life, that's worth several $1,000s alone, easily. And the next thing, so then you finish that, then you get to spend 12 weeks with me. Now you get unlimited support, unlimited technical support from both me and Brooke, right? But imagine you and me, we're going to spend 12 weeks together. Now it's you and me and the rest of the Platinum Inner Circles. I am going to hold your feet to the fire, baby. That's right. Each and every week I'm going to be, so we're going to make sure we're going to design. I am going to help you design your up and down days. So that means you and I, we're going to get on the phone and we're going to make sure that we got that up and down day perfectly right. We know exactly what we're doing on our up days. So that means we're going to design your workouts. We're going to design your eating, your nutrition. We're going to design your, for both the up days and the down days. And we're also going to define what your rest days look like as well. And then we're going to design your entire calendar, so you know exactly what to do. So if you notice, Robert Garcia, he's posting every single day what his workout looks like and what that is, because we've already designed his workout. We're going to add like 15 pounds of pure muscle to that boy, and you can see how strong he's getting already and how effective it is. Once we do that, then we're going to put you through the mastermind. So we're going to be getting on a group call or a group hangout, one or the other, whichever works better for you guys, every single week, so that you can keep accountable, so you don't slip up. Because you know what, when you got the rest of your peers and the rest of your mastermind cheering you on, and you don't want to let them down. You see, because a lot of us, we try to go through these weight loss journeys or body transformations all by ourselves, and we don't tell anybody. We keep it to ourselves, so that way, if we decide to slip up and fail, then we don't get embarrassed, and we don't look like a loser and don't feel like a loser. Well, I'll tell you what, the power of the mastermind is, we are going to prop you up. We're going to make sure that if you fall, we're going to pick you right back up, because we all care about each other. We all care about getting the results. I'm going to be there leading you. I'm going to be guiding you. I'm going to be your Papa Smurf, baby. And then the rest, everybody else, they're going to be part of your team, your support group. I don't know if you have much of that in your life right now, but the Platinum Inner Circle, we're a family and we support each other. We care about each other. 12 weeks. You watch what happens when you spend 12 weeks with us. Oh my goodness. Because again, I'm keeping your word to your word. I'm keeping your actions to your word. I'm holding your feet to your fire right there. You check in every single time. And again, when you slip up, we're going to pick you back up. And then when you have a success and a victory, we're going to celebrate with you to keep you motivated. 12 weeks. That program alone, I've sold for over $2,000. That by itself, I've sold for $2,000. So you're going to get all of that. You're going to get an entire year's worth of support. Now, that year's worth of support, I'm telling you right now, just the tech support alone, I charge $5,000 for just unlimited access to me on my cell phone for 6 months. So that's over $10,000 of value. Plus, you've got Dr. G. She charges more than me. So you're looking at over $20,000 worth of value. But the reason we're able to do this, watch this, because it's not going to be, this whole program is not going to be like $25,000 for you. It's going to be even better, because it's for you guys. It's going to be only $2,995. That's it, $2,995, $2,995. And if there's three of you that want to get this, if there's three of you that want to do it, and you guys are friends, if you go in a group of three, this is all about powers and numbers. We'll do it for $6,000. And we'll take three separate payments of $2,000 for each of you, because that helps us, because it makes us a stronger mastermind. And for that, we're willing to give you almost $1,000 discount. Totally. So that's $2,000 if you decide to go in on three. You just let me know who the rest of your group is. You're not obligated anything outside of just paying at the same time. That's it. And it doesn't have to be, I mean, you can pay individually. That's totally cool, just as long as you're all part of the same team. So it's $6,000. That's only $2,000 each for each of you to do an entire year with us. And if you do that, I'm going to throw in some extra bonuses too. I'm going to give you our one of our best-selling fat loss programs that is just selling like hotcakes right now. Called the 10-day. Oh no, sorry, you already have the 10-day trainer. I'm sorry, the 28-day vegan muscle building project. That's right. You're going to get the entire vegan muscle project. We're going to throw that in as well. So if you want to do it yourself muscle plan, I've got it, and I'm going to give that to you. That's 100% yours. So cool. If you're interested in that at all, you just email me. It's not, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not one of those things that, if you don't buy today, you're out. No, look, you're part of my family right now. I want to take care of you. So if you've loved the care that you have, and you want that to the next level, because all I want for you is for you to get what you want out of your health and out of your fitness. That's all I want. That is all, and because that makes me happy. That gives me fulfillment when I know that I can change your life that way, and I can change your health, and because I know you're going to influence a lot of people. You're going to influence a lot of people in your life to get healthier as well, and that, ladies and gentlemen, that is what saves lives, and that is what changes lives. So that's why we do it. So anyway, listen. Is there anybody else that's got anything to share? Any questions that you have? Anything at all? I'm here for you guys for another 5 minutes or so, and then I'll put both of these links up, and so you guys can access it. I'll do my very best to see if I can connect the two together. I don't know if I'm going to have much luck doing that, but worst case scenario, it'll just be two different links, a part one and a part two. So sorry for the technical difficulty on that, but I think we got all the content. But again, like I said, if you're ready to go ahead and get started and do the Platinum Inner Circle, we're going to be starting the Metabolic Mastermind, the 12-week Metabolic Mastermind, in just a couple more weeks. So if you want to really take what you've learned right now and just take that, accelerate the results that you have, and get to your goal in like a fraction of the time, then join soon, because we're gonna be starting our next Metabolic Mastermind 12 weeks in just a few more weeks. Right now, our Platinum Inner Circle group, they're going through the home sanctuary thing. And then once that finishes, which is just a couple more weeks, then we're going to start Metabolic Mastermind, which is freaking awesome, which is so cool. Let me see if there's any. Oh, let me answer the questions. Let me answer the questions that I got on text. Okay, see. What do we got here? I can't get my. Can I do the rapid fat loss up days with my neck pain? Okay, so yes, absolutely you can. But here's the deal. So you can do the nutrition for the up days. What you need to do is you need to really focus on your exercise. So if you've got some neck pain, right, the machines at the gym are going to be your best friend. So like the leg extension machine, the leg curl machine, the arm machine where you get to rest your arms on top of a pad, so that way it takes the stress off of your neck. And then you've got like the back machines where you pull down towards your head. I think that will probably be really helpful for you as well. Again, check with your therapist to make sure that's all good. You've got the tricep machines as well. You use machines because machines, believe it or not, machines have always been viewed as the state-of-the-art, most effective equipment for getting fit, but they're really not. They're actually machines that were designed by physical therapists and for physical therapy. So in your situation, if you've got some injuries of any kind, oh my gosh, machines are like your best friend, and you can totally do the pyramid strategies using machines to be able to do that. So you can work out your legs, you can work out your upper body, you can do the pushing exercises, so you can do the presses. That was one of the examples. With the rows, you just have to you have to play around to figure out which machines does not hurt or bother your neck. Okay, so only use machines that doesn't hurt or bother it. But the cool thing is there's so many different machines to try and play around with. All right, another question is, all right, am I under eating? If I'm only eating the 3 green smoothies daily with a salad and a cup of homemade vegetable soup with my 100 ounces of water, I'm still walking 40 minutes, still doing PT, YTV exercise. Okay, so the answer, you got a couple questions that you asked there. So the amount is relative. So what we got, the way we know if we're eating enough is through the results that we're seeing. So like if you're noticing your energy by now, I mean, we're in 3 weeks in this, right? By now you should be over the detox, the initial detox. And your energy should be going up. If it's going down, you're probably not eating enough. Okay, that's your first clue as to whether you're eating enough or not. Okay, so energy should be going up, and you should notice that you feel a little tighter. You should notice that you feel a little tighter the first thing in the morning when you wake up. Now, of course, not after you've had like 3 green smoothies. You're gonna feel a little sloshy in the belly. That's a lot of liquid. That's a lot of fluid and material in your stomach. But first thing when you wake up, you should feel a lot tighter than usual. And since we're talking about specifically your YTV ball exercises, you know what? Since the physical therapist recommended against the T part, why don't you go ahead and take the T out of that exercise and just do Ys and Vs, okay? Just do Ys and Vs and make sure you're doing them slowly. And if your energy is up, then awesome. Then you're doing great. Then you're doing a great job. So cool. So again, we want to let the results tell you how to adjust your diet. A lot of people use prescribed numbers. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because we're all so different. From a macroscopic standpoint, we're so different. From a microscopic different, we're all the same. But a macroscopic standpoint, we are all different. So good. Keep going, guys. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you got. Hey, I'm just curious out there. If you're still on, shoot me a little text or something right now. Let me know who might be interested in the 1-year program. Who might be interested in the 1-year program? Because if you are, because you can't see it on your end, but I can see it on my end. I can help you put together a group of 3 that you guys might be able to pull off and get yourself an extra, like almost $1,000 discount. Okay, so regarding the same question, first thing in the morning feels lighter. Okay, good, perfect. But I'm not losing the weight very fast. Okay, cool. So you shouldn't be losing the weight very fast because you're barely exercising, right? You're barely exercising. You're walking 40 minutes 5 days a week. Yeah. I mean, everybody's a little bit different. I mean, you saw my dad's results were outrageous, but you got to understand, see, my dad was morbidly obese. I mean, chronically obese. So for him, when he walked for 20 minutes, he was doing like the equivalent of 5 times more exercise. He's burning 5 times more calories than you because he's like 3 times bigger than you. So yeah, if you're not getting you're looking at, if you're comparing your results to my dad's, don't, because you saw the picture of my dad. He was humongous compared to you, right? So don't worry. So my dad, I mean, you and my dad are probably where you guys are now. So walking, considering how light you are, and you're compared to what my dad was, you're very light. It's going to take more. So what you want to be doing is and walking might not be a good idea for you. What you want to be doing is doing that high intensity interval stuff. I would try to see what cardio machines at the gym feel good on you, that doesn't bother your neck in any way, that you can really just crush it, just really go all out high intensity, because it's high intensity that gets the weight off fast once you're in a light phase. Remember, because there's several phases. There's several phases of weight loss. First is, there's the you're just trying to lose weight, and then after that you're trying to lean down, and then after that you're trying to cut up. If you're losing weight very, very slowly, you're probably in the lean down phase, which is going to require you to work out more intensely. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hey guys, for those of you who are answering right now, I totally appreciate it. So we got one person who's saying, I just need to check first with my family banker. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is a big decision. And it is, it's something that you want everybody on board with. You know how important this is for your health. But we make it so affordable because, if you were to go and hire a personal trainer, 3 months of working with a personal trainer, you've already blown way over what the cost of that is, right? I mean, the average personal trainer these days costs between $75 to $100 for a single session. And if you want enough sessions to really get some decent results, I mean, you're looking at about $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. And guess what? They don't have the time. They don't have the expertise that I do. I can get you those results way, way faster than even if you were to work with a trainer one-on-one, because the trainers, they just don't know. They don't know what I've been teaching you. In fact, you know more than them. That's the sad part, is you know more than them, and they certainly don't know all the nutritional principles that I've been teaching you so far. So the idea is to be able to do this right, and to do this in a permanent way. I know so many people that hire personal trainers and they get great results after a few months, but then they didn't do anything to raise that metabolism because the trainer has no idea. The reason is because it's not taught in personal training school. It's not taught. It's not part of the curriculum. This is all like this stuff, like trainers haven't even heard of this stuff before, and they certainly wouldn't know how to implement this. So they hire them, and then when it becomes too expensive, which it usually does, I mean, shoot, who except for the very wealthy can afford $1,000 a month? Even if you go for the cheap ass personal trainers, which is $500 a month, who can afford that for very long? Just a couple months, and then the moment you go off, all of a sudden you start seeing your whole body slipping right back to where you started. And I don't know about you, but that's like a poor investment. If you invest money, and I don't care how long it is, but after a certain period of time, you're right back to where you started. That was a loss in my book. That was money lost. No, what you want to do is you want to invest. You want to invest your money so that the results that you get, you keep. Because that's called your return on investment. But if you hire like your average personal trainer, or even a good personal trainer, it's the same thing. You hire them, and the moment you stop paying, which is the moment you stop paying, all of a sudden you lose all your returns. That's no good. So yeah, so for $29.95, yeah, you guys you're gonna get just so much support, the courses are just so smoking hot. They're absolutely amazing, and again, you get full access to them too. So all the recordings and things like that, you get full access to them, and that doesn't go away. So excellent. So, I just want to let you know. So we got one person that's interested in checking with the family banker. I got another person who's also just checking in to support us. So that's already two people. I could put together. If there's one person who's on the fence about it, I might be able to have a team of 3 for you guys, and you can get the whole thing. Get the whole thing for $2,000 each. You just let me know, okay? You don't have to decide now either. I want you to go, and I want you to. I want you to think about it, okay? Because if you don't believe that I can get you the results, I don't want you to do it. I'll tell you this right now. If you don't believe that with spending a year with me and a year with Brooke, with all the support and with the mastermind that we're going to be doing, the 12 weeks, and with all the courses and having full access to all the new courses, as long as in addition to the old courses, do not enroll, because it won't work. Your mind is already made up that it won't work. I don't It won't work. Okay. I don't want your money. It's not even about the money. It doesn't matter. It's about the results. I want you to get the results. That's it. But if you're ready, I mean, if you like the support you've been getting, and you like the education you've been getting, and you like having the access to me, and you like how much I'm concerned, and how involved I am with your success, man, let's do this, baby. Let's make this the best freaking year you've ever had. Let's make it so that by Thanksgiving, you're showing up to your Thanksgiving reunion and people are going, what the hell have you been doing? You have got to tell me what kind of secret drug you've been taking, because you look absolutely amazing. How cool is it going to be when you show up to Thanksgiving or even your Christmas parties or Christmas dinners and people are going like, whoa, what the hell? How is it that you're the only person out of our class that hasn't aged? What's going on with that? Because I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen, because that's what happens with us. That's what happens with our best students. It is absolutely amazing. I want you to get that. You deserve that, guys. You deserve that feeling. So you let me know. You let me know what you need from my part, okay? If you have any questions about the program, you got anything you want me to go over, you tell me what you need to know to say yes to yourself, and I'll be here to support you. Okay, you tell me what you need to say yes to yourself, because me and Brooke, we care about you, and we want to take care of you. You're in our family now. We care about you, and we want you to succeed. That means everything to us. And I think we've priced this so dirt cheap, because there's a lot of gurus out there that don't get anywhere close to the results that we do, and they charge like 5 to 6 times more for half of the support and programs. The way we're able to do that is because, number one, this is not our primary means of income. That's one of the biggest reasons. We're already financially free from our other passive income streams. So that's the cool thing. So we're not even motivated by money. The second thing too is this is what we love to do. This is just what we love to do. So you're allowing us to be able to just share our gift, and it fulfills our hearts, and we're just addicted to doing that. We care about you. We feel like you're in our family. We just want to keep taking care of you. All right. Well, listen, I haven't seen any more questions come up. Let me just double check here. See if there's any text messages from anybody. Okay, we got one more little text message coming in right now as we speak. So let me wait a few seconds until it's typed out. You know how you see those little ... bubbles? I'm seeing that right now on my side. So I'm just waiting for the text message to come through. Okay, well, you know what? So don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll connect with that person offline. Listen, I just want to thank all of you for who's still watching. I just want to thank you so much. It's been great, and this is not the last. This is not the last training, guys. We still have another one. We still have one more left. So check your email for that one. I'll be putting it up on Facebook, and give me a little time. Let me get these recordings up for you so that you can watch this. Thanks so much for being so flexible and jumping on to the second part of this. Now I learned a lesson. Don't pull out my microphone at all at any given point during the Hangouts. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate you. I've absolutely loved and had such a great time I'm playing with you guys. So until the next training, which is I think Wednesday, which I believe is on Wednesday, I'll catch you soon. All right, and again, we're still with you for the next 2 months. Talk to you later. Oh, and I'll see you. I'll be sending out details for the Metabolic Mastery Intensive in Anaheim. Oh man, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later or see you later. Goodbye.